Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with Zook Stitch, and today is Saturday, April 3rd, 2021. It is Easter weekend for those who celebrate, so happy Easter to you. And thanks so much for stopping by and checking out my channel or returning if you've been subscribed for a while. This is Flosstube number 80, which I don't know how we got that high, but here we are. So I'm excited. So let's just jump right into it. Quick life update. The house hunt continues. More and more is coming on the market now that it's springtime, so that is excellent news, and I'm not giving up hope. I'm still, it's rough out there, but the right one is out there for me. So that's just a quick update. A couple of you asked, I showed the March issue. I haven't done a flip through yet, but the March issue of World of Cross Stitching magazines. And I had a couple questions about whether or not there's a digital subscription for that. And there is. You just Google World of Cross Stitching and it will come up some options for digital subscriptions. Or if you have the Readly or Readly app, Readly, it's on there as well. And I think that app, it's something like $12 a month, and you get subscriptions, digital subscriptions to a variety of magazines. And they usually have 3 or 4 different cross-stitching magazines. So if you're a digital person, yes, you can definitely get the World of Cross Stitching, and it's also a lot cheaper because it's a digital copy. But the Readly app is great if you want to check out other subscriptions as well. So hopefully that helps answer that question. And then I just wanted, since we're in a new month already, we're in April now, I wanted to go over my March stats. So in March, I had just one new start, so getting better about that. That was Warm Welcome, which is the one with the kitty and the archway and all the flowers. That was my birthday new start. I had 2 finishes. One was Left Behind, which was that little ornament of a reindeer. And the other one is No Notion, which is the Lindy Stitches freebie, which I will be showing you in just a minute here. I had my record number hours of stitching, 118 hours of stitching during the month. And that included, I did not stitch on my birthday. That was the only day I didn't actually stitch on, ironically, the whole month. So I'm really happy with that progress. So let's get into the finishes. So my finish is this. This was a freebie by Lindy Stitches. I don't know if it's still available, and I can't remember. I think I got it when I placed an order from her a year and a half, 2 years ago. And this is a Jane Austen quote, and it says, "I have no notion of loving people by halves. I just stitched this on, this is 16 count Ariel Ada fabric. Ada and Ariel colorway. And you can see there's a lot more space. I could have done it this direction if I had thought it through, but I didn't. This would make a great little pillow or flat fold. I picked my own colors. If you want, I just used what I had on hand. I didn't I didn't use the color it called for colors. So if you want to know what my colors are, feel free to ask me. It's just all DMC, whatever I had on hand. And this completes the March acrostic for Lion. This is the N in Lion. It's called No Notion. I have no notion of loving people by halves. And that's a Jane Austen quote. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but for now it's going to go in my finish box. And when I move and kind of get more settled, I'll be able to fully finish a bunch of pieces. But I'm happy to have that done. I had no new starts this week. And whips. So first up, I think this is going to be a pretty short video. Uh-oh. This is not what I thought it was. Oh, I know why. I did get, it took me a day longer than expected to finish No Notion because all I had done was this outer border and about a quarter of that middle border, and I had to finish that middle border and then this yellow border, and that took me one evening of stitching, and then I had to do the words. So it did take me a little bit longer than I expected, so I didn't get to all my plans this week, which is fine. I just wanted to get that one done. But the other piece that I worked on in March to finish up March, and this was for my A in the acrostic lamb for March, and it was Carolyn and her cats. And this is a pattern by Lynette Peters, so you can check out. I'll try to remember to link her Etsy page down below, and you can get this pattern. There are 5 or 6 different centers. The one you see here is a dog and a cat, but I'm stitching the center with 2 cats, and I think it's just lovely, and I made some great progress on this. So this is where I'm at. So I did this outer border, this border all around, and I started this more intricate border up here. And then I have, so once I get this more intricate border done, then it's just all fill in of little motifs around. But look how cute that is. I am using she sent me not only the pattern, but the fabric, and she sent me this floss. I don't know if she meant it for this pattern or not, but I love blues and greens. This is a floss from Australia. Lynette is from Australia. It is called Cottage Garden Threads, and it is 210 Tropic Sea, and it's a variegated blue to green. And I think it's so lovely. It's really nice it's 100% cotton, 6 strand. It's really nice to work with. And look at those colors. And this is how it stitches up. So I'm really, really loving this one. And I mean, I'm still so honored that Lynette designed a pattern for me and the boys. So thank you so much, Lynette. And that will come out later again, and hopefully we'll get that one finished up. The other one that I worked on was Death by Cross Stitch. This is my long dog sampler. One of the long dog samplers I'm working on. This is what it will look like. Death by Cross Stitch. You can see here I'm stitching it on 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana, 2/2. This one, the called for is one, it's all monotone. You use one thread color, which you can absolutely do. I chose to use the same colorway that I'm using for Hoity Toity, my other long dog samplers, which is from Jan Hicks' conversion. She did a conversion on Hoity Toity, and that is on her website, madforyarn.com, so you can get it there. A lot of the colors she used are Victorian Motto sampler threads, so some of them might not be available, but you can just do the best that you can do. And this is where I'm at. So this was my Sunday spin for the last half of March, but it's also my Whip Go for April, one of my Whip Go pieces for April. So what I've completed, there's cat hair all over this piece. I completed this border. I can't remember how far I was on this border. Maybe this border was done last week when you saw it. I can't remember. But I did this inside border here, and I am finishing up this border here. I haven't gotten as much done. I'm maybe a couple hours behind than what I scheduled for, just because of house hunting. Thursday we went and saw a house, and it was one of those things you have to go as soon as it hits the market. And then we were busy writing up an offer. I don't know that I will get it or not. There's likely to be many, many strong offers on this house. So that's why I'm not getting too excited. And I'm starting to run out. This is Gast Gentle Art Sampler Threads in Briar Rose, this color right here, and I'm running out of it. So I'm hoping I have enough to finish up this border, and then I can get a new pack of it. But this is where I'm at. So my goal, which I might have overshot my goal a bit, is to get basically the first 4 pages done, which is basically this top part. Down here, it does go into the top quarter or so of the page below it. I'm not even done with the first page. This one, I probably still have 6 to 8 hours left for this month to work on it, so I will be making progress. I might even get the first page done. And this will come out again for another whip go piece, which is another 15 hours. I mean, I know I'll have to work on it. Ooh, I just hit you. So sorry about that. I know I'll have to pull it out and work on it again. But either I haven't worked on this as much as I feel like I have, or it's just taking a lot longer to get through a page. But I'm loving the colors. And the way I'm picking the colors is I'm just eyeballing it. I mean, there's just I knew that I wanted, Jan used a Victorian Motto sampler threads on Hoity Toity. That's kind of like it's called Midnight, I think. It's like a really like dark, deep blue. My background on both this piece and Hoity Toity is DMC 939. It's this like, you can't really tell, but it's like a deep royal purpley blue. And that's my background color. And I figured DMC is perfect for that. This is DMC. I can't remember the number, but this border's DMC. But beyond that, I'm just looking at the page and I'm kind of laying out the colors, how they might look next to each other. Some of it I laid out the whole page. And then I switched it as it kind of, I laid out the whole page, the colors I wanted to use for each section. And you can see there's some more over there. And then as I stitch it, I can just double check and say, oh, well, these colors work next to each other. But really you can't go wrong, with this overall color palette. You really can't go wrong because I love the colors together. So in some ways it really doesn't matter. But I am writing it all out, so I kind of have a guide in case anybody asks me, what color did you use for that unicorn or whatever. I have all that figured out. So it's fun. It's a fun way to do my organizing while stitching. So I am loving it. It's just this bit has gone quite slow, and there's a mistake. I messed up somewhere in here with the spacing. And if you look at it closely, you can probably tell, but I don't think I'm going to take it out because I don't think it's going to matter once I get this border done. And I don't think you'll be able to notice, like, when it's back here, you're standing 3 feet away from it. And with everything else that's going to be going on, I mean, this is the first page of, I don't even know how many, probably 12 pages or so. I don't think anyone's going to notice. So that's where we are with Death by Cross Stitch. So yeah, I have several more hours to work on this week. Probably 6 more or so hours, I think, to get it done for my WIPCO. So I'm excited to see the progress on this one develop. And that's really what I worked on. So not a whole lot. I think this is going to be a pretty short video. Let me show you, for No Notion, that was another goal that we got to cross off. I'm all over the place today. So this is my goals list for 2021. And you see the ones that are highlighted are the goals I've completed. And No Notion, the goal was a finish. So we crossed that out. So we now have 6 goals that are completed out of 40. We're making great progress. It's fun, isn't it? So let me move into haul. I do not have much haul at all to show you. Watch out. I got my March Fine Floss from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm in the Fine Floss Club of the month for MPI silks. So I'm collecting the silks, and their colors were green for March. So this is Forest Green Range. Oh my gosh, it just feels so pretty and soft. This is, no, Forest Green Range must be the range of these colors. It's not called. Let me try that again. So this is just called color 403. This is called color 405. This is called 5 meters. No, I'm just kidding. This is called color 404. It's a little bit darker green. This is 407, darker yet. And this is the lightest one, 401. Look how pretty. And then if you hold them all up together, I mean, they're just gorgeous. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm just collecting them for now. But this is a great way to kind of build up your stash of, you know, for me, MPI silks. And I don't want to separate them out of their little groupings. So I keep them in this package for now. And it tells you right on the back. I guess I could have just read that. What you get. And you see it goes from light to dark. So that is lovely. Fat quarter shop. And then the other piece of haul I have is actually Stitchy Kindness. So my friend Andrea sent me a very sweet gift. She sent me a lap stand that she's no longer using. It's from Lindy Stitches. I'll insert a picture here. Let's do the picture here of what it will look like. I just recently figured out how to do picture-in-picture, so I'm really excited. So let's insert the picture right here. And then she also included what that lap stand. I think that lap stand will be great for taking to retreats and stuff one day when we can do retreats. I'm still debating about whether or not I can make StitchCon. I really, really hope I can. A lot of it depends on the vaccine and, well, at this point, on the house. If I get a house and I'm moving or whatever, it depends on a lot of factors. But I really hope I can make it. I'm scheduled to go to weekend A at StitchCon, and I'm really excited. I hope it works out. But Andrea also sent me a chart called Sleepy Hollow from Glendon Place, and I love this chart. This is so sweet of her to send this to me. So Andrea, thank you so much for your generosity and for your friendship. So that is my haul for this week. I was good this week. And let's do some giveaways now. So last week we gave away this bookmark kit. This is the whole kit. Comes with the Ada and the floss. And the winner of this is Kelly Cooper. Kelly, I can't remember if I have your address or not. If you've won in the past, then I have your address probably, but you can just email me just in case at czlookstitch@gmail.com, and I will get this sent out to you. I'm hoping to get all giveaways sent out this weekend. I really hope I am, because I'm very, very far behind just with everything that's going on. And another class started that I'm teaching this week as well, so it's a bit crazy. And then I was giving away a Haid to make up for the copyright issue we had last week. And thank you all so much for your very kind messages about that. I appreciate your support. So I decided to pick 2 winners for the Haid chart to give two different winners a Haid. And so what you'll want to do if you won this, you'll want to email me and tell me which chart you want, preferably an Amy Stewart chart, because that's the chart that was copyright that we tried giving away. And I will go ahead and get the PDF. I mean, if you want a hard copy, you can have a hard copy, but I think most people prefer PDFs for Haids. So just let me know, and I can get that emailed over to you. But the winners, so 2 winners, Rhonda Wise. Rhonda, you won, congratulations, and Kimberly Boswell. So Rhonda and Kimberly, please email me, and I will be happy to get your chart to you. So congratulations, and thank you all for entering that. That was a very popular giveaway. So for this week, I thought we would have a little bit of fun because it's April now, but I think a lot of people are starting to think about their summer plans, especially as things open up and as people get vaccinated. So I thought this would be a fun chart to give away. This is just a Charles Craft chart. I can't even know where I got it from. I think maybe I bought it on Stash and Load. This is called Drift Away, and I thought it'd be a really fun summer piece. A little ocean scene. It's a color chart. It's just, 1 page. It calls for Anchor and DMC, Anchor or DMC. You could do either one. It calls for 14 count fabric. I'm looking for the stitch count. 120 by 120. So there you go. And if you'd like to be entered to win this, say something about the ocean. Okay. And then the next one I'd like to give away, this is a Joy Sunday cross stitch. This is a kit. And you get the fabric and the floss. And this is a printed fabric. So the design is printed on there, and you stitch over it. So it gives it a little more detail, I think, essentially. And for this one, we're going to say zodiac. So this one, it's for the zodiac sign Cancer, which are for people who were born June 20th to July 22nd. So I thought that was another fun one to maybe stitch up for a birthday gift or something like that, or for yourself. If you have a birthday if you're a Cancer or know somebody who's a Cancer, of course you can stitch it if you're not as well. So this is a printed kit. And if you'd like an opportunity to win this, say Zodiac. And both of these are open worldwide. I'll send them anywhere in the world. So I thought that was kind of fun for today. So we're already on to plans. Like I said, I think this is going to be a pretty short one. Plans, I'm going to continue working on Death by Cross Stitch to finish up that whip-go. I am going to get my 12 hours done on Springquakers by Rosewood Manor. So this is what it looks like. My goal on this piece is to finish it this year, and so I give it about a 12-hour rotation every month, most months. And let's see where we're at. So here we are. We are, I think, on to the 3rd page. So there you go. So hopefully we'll make some good progress this month and get those first few pages done. This one, it goes slower than you think because there are a lot of color changes, which is what makes it so pretty. But you're constantly changing colors in those motifs. Part of what makes them so stunning is all the different colors in them. But that doesn't mean it goes a bit slower. And then, assuming I have time, the other whip-go draw for this month was Christmas at Hawker and Hollow. You can see it's in my Garon Christmas bag. This is what it will look like when it's all done. My goal on this piece for this year is just the first 2 blocks. And you can see that second block especially is nearly full coverage. So, and if you remember, I know I showed this last week. Here's where I'm at. On the first block, I have the outside border done. This is, I'm doing all my Hawker and Hollows on 32 count Vanilla Latte by Be Stitch Me. It's kind of like a really, really light orange, almost sherbet orange color. So I'm going to work on that. And then, Dad, if you're watching, you should probably either fast forward or turn it off here. But my next piece, my Sunday spin piece, so this is the piece I'll be working on Sundays. And I don't think I pulled the right one. I don't have it. Hold on. Let me go grab the right. Okay, we're back. Helps to have the right project if you're going to show it. This one is for my dad for Father's Day. He built a shed. I'll insert a picture here of the shed. And I just put it into Pick to Pat online, free online. And I'd like to finish this in time for Father's Day. I only have a very tiny start way over on the left edge. So I'm going to work on this every Sunday and in April, see how far I can get. It's a full coverage piece, of course. See what the size is. But it's also only 66 wide by 44 high. So it's not terribly large. It's just full coverage. And I hope it works out. So we'll see. It was my mom's idea to do this. So I'm going to give that a go and see where we get on that. And I think that's all my plans for this week. So, like I said, this is a really short one. But I'm so glad that you joined me. And I will see you all next week. Again, I hope you have a great Easter if you celebrate. And I think it's Passover also. So happy Passover. And I will check in with everyone next week. Have a great stitchy week. Bye.